Sandys Row Synagogue is now the last functioning synagogue in the Spitalfields area. There were once over 150. It's a very unique building. The community was founded in the 1850s and the building has been operating since 1870 when it was consecrated. Before that, it was a Huguenot chapel. Today's event is a special open house day here at Sandys Row Synagogue, part of the European Day of Jewish Culture and Storytelling, and we're really delighted to be a part. We're opening up the building, we've got a klezmer band coming, we've got London's foremost Jewish poet Bernard Kopps coming to read new poetry. We've got all sorts of writers and speakers. We'll have Alan Dean, the broadcaster, talking about Yiddish jazz in the East End. I'll be reading news stories, and we'll have volunteers who've been working with us here on the archives, telling special stories about their time researching here. So it's going to be a very lovely, lively afternoon of song and poetry and storytelling, and we're looking forward to welcoming everyone to the building.
Sure you will enjoy the atmosphere of our historic shul, Sandys Row.
You must believe me when I tell you it's so cosmopolitan. Once there you'll be a fan, in old Maxie the Vigo man.
If you listen and you have a memory for many of the tunes that you heard when you were younger, let alone the tunes that our younger generation is generating today as foot tappers and various other things for you, the feeling, the emotion is there.
Events like this are really important because it's a way of us opening up our building to the wider community and telling some of the many fascinating stories, both about the building, the Jewish community, the wider stories of the Jewish East End. And storytelling is such a big part of Jewish culture.
The story begins with Leah, Levi's mother. Leah left behind a life that would have inevitably led to death and leapt into the unknown because she had no choice.
How different things were there in Kensington in 1906, from young Elizabeth Udel's life in Amsterdam in the 1850s, how different from when she and Moses were on the move all the time in the 1870s.
Underneath was an ornate iron sea chest, which looked entirely out of place and time with the rest of the building. The lid was locked tightly shut.
Welcome, young poet, and here you are free to follow your star to where you shall be. That door of the library was the door into me. And Lorca and Shelley said, come to the feast, Whitechapel Library, Aldgate East.
We do hope to have more events of this type. You know, Sandys Row is still very much a functioning synagogue. It's a place of worship, but we've started to open up for various events. We have an exhibition of students' work in the basement as well, and we welcome all members of the community to come and see our beautiful synagogue.
Good night. I wish you all shalom, safe journey.